Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the MJ Hurley Show, presented by TDT Media and Erie Insurance. I am MJ Hurley, producer, Cy Ingersoll in the background, and we are back for another episode. What I got going for you today, we're going to be a little local. I mean, if there are big storylines, here's kind of how this show will go as we progress. If there are big storylines that aren't kind of my personal teams, kind of the things I pay more attention to, we'll talk about them. But obviously, we do 2 hours a week on Third Down Thursdays where we cover a lot of that. And so I'm going to, a lot of the time, keep some of this central to the things I pay more attention to, which is going to be my teams. So if you can't tell from the things around me in the office right now, A's, Packers, Warriors. That's going to be kind of my focus. And then if we got bigger storylines, like we're going to talk some golf storylines today. I don't have a favorite golfer, so we're going to talk about Scottie Scheffler because he is that guy. He's about to win the RBC Heritage, and we're going to talk about it. So that will be the first thing we go into. But I just kind of wanted to establish that in case anybody may get tired of the things I talk about. If you would like me to talk about something different, feel free to drop that in the comments on YouTube, on Twitter. Send me a message. I am more than happy to talk about other things, but my default is always kind of going to be the things that are my personal storylines, and then we will kind of expand from there. So if you got any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to drop those. Otherwise, we're going to talk about the big three, and those are Packers, A's, Warriors, and then we'll expand from there. So the first thing I want to talk about today is, in fact, Scottie Scheffler. So Scottie Scheffler is the hottest man on the planet in the world of golf. Right now, after a very weird day at the RBC Heritage, Scottie Scheffler is 20 under and literally has 3 more holes of golf to go tomorrow morning in order to clinch another win after winning the Masters just last week. So if you didn't know how incredible Scottie Scheffler is, let me just walk you through how little he prepared for this golf tournament and how impressive it is what he has done. So Scottie Scheffler won the Masters last Sunday. Just a week ago today, he won the Masters in Augusta, got his green jacket. Monday, he went home to Texas to party and celebrate winning the Masters, because that's what you do when you win the Masters. On Tuesday, he went to travel to South Carolina, and then on Wednesday, played just 9 holes of this golf course, Harbor Town at Hilton Head in South Carolina. Played just 9 holes in prep. There are players who play multiple full practice rounds in preparation for a tournament. Scottie Scheffler walks in, plays half of a round of golf in preparation, and you could tell that on the first day. He shot 69 on the first day, nice, just 2 under, and now then fires off a 65, a 63, and with 3 holes remaining in the final day is 4 under par and has a 5-stroke lead on poor Wyndham Clark, who is just fighting to try and win one of these tournaments. But Scottie Scheffler is on a tear that we have not seen since 2000 Tiger Woods. So why is it so impressive, and how is he doing it? It was well documented earlier in the year that Scottie Scheffler was unable to putt, right? And so what did Scottie Scheffler do? He got a coach just for putting. He has a completely different coach for putting, for learning how to read putts. And he put an emphasis on his biggest weakness. And now he may not be the best putter on tour, because he straight up is not. But for a decent amount of time, Scottie Scheffler would be first in strokes gained off the tee, first in strokes gained like tee to green. All, ball striking, whether it be with irons, with his woods, he was dominating across the board. And then he would get on the green and he would fall apart. Even if we saw a little bit earlier in the year, there were a couple putts that Scottie had to win tournaments, and that's why he doesn't have a win streak right now, because he had a putt to win the weekend before Augusta when he was in Houston, and he missed it. He would have gone to a playoff, and he probably would have won that playoff, except he missed the putt, and that has been his biggest shortcoming. So he went out, he adjusted, he made a concerted effort to get better at putting. And again, he was like almost dead last on tour in putting. So obviously he's not top of the tour in putting right now, but you can see that he is able to play this game at a much different speed than everybody else. He went out there, and once he actually figured out Hilton Head, once he figured out the Harbor Town Golf Links course, he was able to go out there and absolutely dominate. And it's just not fair. The leaderboard behind Scottie Scheffler right now is an incredible leaderboard. You've got Wyndham Clark and Patrick Cantlay tied for second with JT Poston and Sahith Thigla at 15 under. Then right behind him, you've got Justin Thomas and Ludwig Oberg, and then Colin Morikawa. And this is an incredible leaderboard. And then Scottie Scheffler, 5 above all of them. Wyndham Clark shot 6 under on his final round on Sunday, and that's still nowhere close to where you need to get to beat Scottie. Now, this course up until today was really easy, and even today, the biggest difficulty was just the wind. But in terms of the golf course, was very soft. It was very receptive. After Augusta, it's a lot easier to score for a lot of these guys on this golf course. But the idea was, okay, Scottie went wire to wire, having to gut it out, basically, to win at Augusta. And the fact that he just basically rolls out of bed and wins the next weekend, I mean, unless he absolutely falls apart in the last couple holes, or unless something absolutely crazy happens, Thigala would have to. I mean, he's got 3 as well, but he's 5 behind Scottie. So unless something crazy happens, Scottie's winning this tournament. It is just incredible, the run that he is on. And when you put every single number together, nobody in golf history has had a 2-year span like this since Tiger Woods. And the only person, big thumbs up, StreamYard, big thumbs up. The only person to ever have a run better than this in any 2-year span in golf history is Tiger Woods. And so what I want to kind of focus on is enjoying watching Scottie Scheffler play golf right now, because golf is one of those sports where, there was a time when we thought Rory would, nobody else would make runs like Rory, right? JT, we've seen runs like this from guys. Scheffler is already extending it further than any run Rory or JT or anybody like that had. But enjoy the moment while you can, because we don't know how long. Scottie's about to have a kid. I'm sure he's going to be an incredible father. His family is a big focus for him. I don't know what his game is going to look like a year, 2 years into being a father. I don't know how much that will impact the way he plays, but I'm really excited to watch Scottie Scheffler play golf as long as we can. And he's just in his late 20s. So there is a potential for him to play really, really high-level golf for a long time. And I'm really excited to watch it. So the biggest message, Scottie is that guy. And please enjoy watching Scottie Scheffler play golf while you can, because nobody swings it like Scottie. And the way he is playing, StreamYard, calm down. I get it's if anything, give me some fireworks for Scottie. There we go. Give me some fireworks for the young man, because it is fireworks watching him play golf. So yeah, enjoy it while we can. I don't know how long this run will last, but he is the best player in golf right now, and it's crazy that he should be the betting favorite going into every tournament, and he should be like a minus. Normally in golf, the favorite is still plus 200, plus 300 going into a tournament. Scottie should be minus going into every single tournament. That's how good he is. But you know what's even better than Scottie's golf game right now is some good insurance from our friends at Erie.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call Jeff Ortepney at 704-464-4544, make sure to let him know that TDT Media and the MJ Hurley Show sent you, and he will give you a little bit of a hometown discount on some of that insurance. With that being said, before we hop into some trivia with producer Cy, I want to talk a little bit about this. Is the Golden State Warriors dynasty officially over? Now, after the first couple years of COVID, everybody thought the Warriors dynasty was over. Klay Thompson had 2 straight devastating injuries, an Achilles tear and then an ACL tear on the night that James Wiseman was drafted. Does that draft go differently if they know before that pick is selected that Thompson tore his ACL? We'll never know. I've actually got a story about that in a second. But is the Warriors dynasty over? They finished 10th in the West this year with a record of 46-36, which in years past would have had them in the 5-6 seed. That's just how good the West was this year and how top heavy the West was, that the Golden State Warriors at 46-36 barely get into the play-in, then lose into the play-in tournament to the Sacramento Kings. And I'll be honest, just watching that, the Golden State Warriors looked old. They looked just outmatched. Their style of basketball didn't age the way that they thought it would. And that's not to say that the players currently on their roster are too old or unable to be pieces on a championship team. But here's the biggest problem. Steph Curry averaged 26.4 points per game this year. And he had a fantastic season. Averaged 26, 5, and 5. The problem is Klay Thompson was the second highest points per game scorer on the team at 17.9, and that was a forced 17.9. Klay took a lot of shots this year, and it took a lot for the Warriors to get him going during the season. Steph Curry handled an incredible amount of the workload during the season. Jonathan Kuminga, third on the team in scoring at 16.1, and Andrew Wiggins, fourth at 13.2, but Wiggins never looked good this season either. So you have 2 out of their top 4 scorers looked, just from the eye test, which I know Bruce loves, looked terrible for a legitimate majority of this season. And so Steph Curry, who only even played 32 minutes a game, we'll get to Steve Kerr in a second. Steph Curry handled an incredible amount of this workload, and there just wasn't a second scorer. When the Warriors won their championship in 2022 and kind of revived some of the hope of this dynasty staying together for a few years, Andrew Wiggins was the primary defender for any star that the Warriors faced, and he was the secondary scorer to Steph Curry. He could create his own shot. He could create off the dribble. He could hit the 3, and he could penetrate and get into the paint. And that's why the Warriors were so good. Now, we also have to look at Draymond Green. Draymond Green missed a significant amount of time early in the season due to his on the court / off the court issues. And as much as I may not like Draymond as a person, the Warriors are a significantly better basketball team when he's on the floor. So if Draymond doesn't miss all of those games, the Warriors probably are not in the play-in. The Warriors probably are safely in the 6th seed or higher and don't have to worry about the play-in and are playing in the playoff series right now. But that happened, and the Warriors suffered because of it. So let's just look at the Warriors' big 3 and then a couple other pieces. Who's going to stay? Who's going to go? Obviously, Steph Curry is going to stay. Draymond Green is under contract. As of right now, I don't see the Warriors moving on from Draymond Green. Steph Curry doesn't want them to move on from Draymond Green. From public comments from Steve Kerr, I don't think he does either. Even though Draymond is slower than he used to be, his defense is declining just slightly. He shot a career high from 3 this season, albeit on limited attempts. And I think Draymond still has what it takes to be kind of the glue guy for a championship team. I think a lot of the problem this year was the Warriors had just a weird year in terms of their rotation and the way that Steve Kerr handled having kind of like 12 guys who could play in the rotation. Moses Moody played in a lot of games, but really didn't get playing time, only averaged 17 minutes a game. And when you look at the way Moody played in that play-in game, he should be in 2024-25 season. He should be a primary part of Steve Kerr's rotation. But then you also had Brandon Pazinski and Trace Jackson-Davis, rookies, who probably will both make an all-rookie team. And they were playing incredible basketball. Steve Kerr's like, okay, I want to get these young guys involved as well. Then you've got veterans, Chris Paul. You've got Dario Saric. You've got Kevon Looney and Gary Payton. And Steve Kerr's looking at it like, well, all of these guys can contribute. I want to get my young guys going. And so it was just, there was never a true 9 or 10 man rotation that played together for 40, 50, 60 games. There was so much mixing and matching. It was almost that there were too many people on the bus. And a couple of those guys need to get kicked off. So what are the Warriors going to do? The Warriors are not afraid of making a splash. So I would not be surprised if a couple of these young guys and then a veteran get dealt for a star. Now, I don't know who that star is going to be because I think a lot has to do with who makes an early exit from these playoffs. Let's just say the Clippers lose in this first round to the Mavericks. I wouldn't be surprised if Kawhi Leonard or Paul George become available. And if you put together a trade package with Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, and let's say Moses Moody, and then a few first-round picks, you could get one of those stars. So I would say this dynasty is not quite over yet. They're never going to be the same team they were when they went to the finals 4 straight years against the Cavs. That team is dead. And part of it is because that style of basketball is dead. You can't just win on ball movement now. You have to have guys like Steph Curry, like a Paul George or a Kawhi Leonard, that can get their own shot and create their own shot for 20 to 30 points a game. And the Warriors didn't have that past Steph Curry this year. And so it makes it harder for a guy like Klay Thompson, who really at his age and his lack of speed at this point can't create his own shot. He needs to be able to do what Ray Allen did later in his career, sit in the corner, wait for a kick out, and shoot threes. But the Warriors run so much, and that style of basketball is just really hard when you have aging guys like Chris Paul, like Klay Thompson, and even to some extent Draymond Green running around. It wears on them. And so I think the Warriors do need to make some moves. I don't know what those moves are going to be, but they definitely need to make some sort of splash like they did with Kevin Durant after losing to the Cavs. Like, I think the Warriors need to make a big move, and I think they will because they're not afraid to. They did it when they traded for D'Lo. They did it when they traded for Wiggins. They did it when they got KD. And so the Warriors are not satisfied with not winning. They're spending so much on this team right now. They're going to spend money and they're going to spend assets to win. The question is just who's going to be available and what are the type of resources that we can package together. Who wants what combination of players and what are the Warriors willing to give up? But I think Mike Dunleavy and the Warriors front office will do a good job. And I'm excited to see what this team looks like next year because they've got a couple more years of Steph Curry shooting this well until I think that they would need to make a very big change. I think we've got a few more years of Curry being the first option until we need to look at getting a real first option on the team. But yeah, I like what the Warriors have in front of them. I like the prospects that they have in the young guys. And I think it just comes down to they need to move on from a few of these guys and kind of elevate the upper level of talent on that team like they had in the past. But with that being said, I believe it is time for me to get some redemption. Bring on producer Cy Ingersoll for our trivia of the day. How we doing, Cy?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Just had a burger like a little bit ago. Very good burger.
Heck yeah.
So food's in the belly. I'm feeling good. We're in a different scenery. We're at the parents' house right now.
Yup.
So actually in my old room, ironically, but it got taken over. But that's okay. It is what it is. But today, okay, so for those who don't know, MJ's record is 0-2 in trivia. He's lost back-to-back weeks. It's looking kind of desperate. We're changing up the sports because we're not going to do the same sport back-to-back weeks.
Yep.
We got you college football today. And
crap.
All I'm asking you is a very simple question. Can you name me the last 10 winners of the CFB, of the championship? And we can go. We're gonna go from 2014 to present. We can start present and work your way back.
Let me ask this.
Yes.
Let's say, because obviously, like Alabama has won.
Yes.
Do I have to name the years that they won, or can I just say Alabama and I get all of the years that they've won?
Because I want to make it easy on you and get you a win. I just need you to name me the teams. and I
Okay,
can tell you, and I
gotcha.
can tell you the years.
Because I don't watch
I know
college
you.
football like that. I
I
can't
know
tell
you
you what
can't.
years
I know
Bama
you
won.
can't name the years, but I want to get
Okay,
you a win. This feels like a layup. So
that's fine. Okay.
we're going 2014 to present day. Since in 2014 is when it transferred over to the BCS to the CFB.
Okay.
So
Okay. So 3 strikes. So
yes, 3 strikes.
so Bama.
Bama knocks off 3 in the past 10 years.
Okay, give me Georgia.
Georgia knocks off 2. So already you got
So I've
5
got
of 10.
5 of 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me Michigan.
Yes, that was the most recent one.
Yeah.
You got 6 of 10.
Give
You just
me
need 2 schools. You just need 2 schools.
just 2 schools.
Just 2 schools. Which is why I'm telling you this is a layup. I want you to win.
So Georgia, Bama.
Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie.
Michigan.
3 schools.
I was gonna say. So
3
3
schools.
have won 5.
Yes, and you're still missing 3 more.
So there was a year. There are a
And
couple
if,
years.
if you want years, do you want me to give you a hint?
Yeah, give
Years?
me a couple
Alright.
years.
You still need 2019, 2018, 2016, and 2014.
Oh, LSU.
Yes, LSU is 2019. That's
Yep.
that checked off.
2018.
Yep, you need 2018.
Clemson.
That is correct. You only need one more school, which is 2014. Yeah. You got 3 strikes too. You got 3 guesses.
I think I know who it is.
Okay. You got guesses. You can burn a guess on a school. 'Cause I think you know what this is.
I've got 2 teams in my head.
Just
I'm
saying
like,
both.
did
You
they
don't know
did
these.
they win a natty? FSU.
Wrong. That's strike 1. Yeah, you would think FSU with how good their teams have been, they would have won a natty. But
I really thought they won in
they-
2014. Okay.
They won in 2013. If that they won the last.
Oh,
They won-
okay.
they
So
won
I
the
was
last
I was almost on
Yeah.
my timeline.
I think that was JMO. I think that's when JMO was there.
Yeah. Okay, so I was okay.
You're 1 year off your timeline, but that is a strike because I didn't want that year.
Because Winston's rookie year was 2014, which
Yeah.
is probably okay.
Yep.
So
1 strike.
not FSU. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not actually making guesses.
Okay. All right.
We've got. I'm between like Ohio State, Notre Dame. That's not. Did Auburn win a natty? Is that the Auburn?
This is 2014.
Because didn't Auburn
This is the first
win
year of
on
yeah.
that? Is that kick return touchdown? Was that 2014 against Bama?
Is that your guess?
Give me Auburn.
Wrong.
Ugh!
That is not 2014.
Am I really about to lose because of freaking 2014 right now? Okay.
Clemson is not Clemson. Auburn. That's 2010 that you're thinking.
2010? Dang,
yeah.
I'm old. Okay.
You have one more guess, MJ, and you just need one school. It's 2014, first year of the FBS.
That does nothing for me.
I know that
That
does
does
nothing.
nothing.
Of you.
Who,
I know that does nothing of you.
I'm trying to think if like somebody really good came out in 2015 or like had a good rookie year in 2015 that might have been a quarterback or something. Because like
I can give you a hint, but it could possibly give it away.
is there a quarterback in the NFL still?
Yeah, I can't tell you. I don't know that.
Bruh.
I was gonna say the school that this like the league that the school comes from. This is the only FBS that they've won. This is the only championship that this division has won.
Oh, so it's. Hold up. Okay, so it's not.
I know that.
So it's not SEC. So it's not Big Ten. Because that's. Or wait, is it? What is Michigan? Because so it's not in the same one as Michigan. I don't need to know the name. I just need to know it.
Wait. My guess is really wrong. Then never mind. I forgot about Michigan. Don't listen to me. I was led you down the wrong path. Don't listen to me.
Now I don't know what I'm doing.
Never mind.
So they are in the same.
Yes, this team, the league that this team is in has only won one other time. There you go.
Michigan. So it has to be. I'm not guessing yet, but it has to be Ohio State because who the
Is it
heck
Ohio State?
else?
I was gonna say who else from the Big Ten has been good?
Well,
there a
Northwestern
team?
used to be good, but I don't think they ever won a natty. Iowa ain't win anything.
I can tell you that for sure. Iowa ain't winning shit.
Like Maryland never won any. Like it has to be. But 2014.
2014.
Was that like the Zeke year? I think that was the Zeke year. Hold up. Am I cooking? Because he came out.
Are you cooking? Think. Use your brain.
Wait, but 2014, the championship was in 2015, right? For the 2014 season? The championship is in 2015, which means the player came out in the 2015 draft.
Yes. You're cooking. Come on. Keep cooking.
And I want to say their quarterback was like Terrell Pryor or some stupid stuff, which is why you couldn't tell me if he's still in the NFL because, or was it what's his nuts? Not Jamarcus, but that other bum.
Cardale
Jones, yeah.
Wasn't him? Is that your guess? Is Ohio State your guess?
Screw it, Ohio State.
There we go. Good job, MJ.
Yes. Was it Cardale Jones? It was Cardale Jones.
I think it was.
It was
Cardale.
Zeke.
That's what I'm
it
looking
was. Up right now. I think Terrell Pryor was on that team.
Was it? Zeke was on that team. It was Braxton. Yeah, it was Braxton Miller was the QB1. JT Barrett was QB2. Cardale was QB3.
Dang, that's a trash quarterback run.
That was the Braxton Miller year. That was the Braxton and Zeke year. But hey, that's a win.
Took me a second. I thought it was Ohio State, and then you said they've never won, and I was like, huh?
I forgot about Michigan just winning it. I was thinking that I kind of forget Michigan won because I don't like Michigan.
Thanks, Cam.
So I kind of in my mind I'm like, okay, Michigan don't exist. So then I was like, oh, just Ohio State have won from the Big Ten, but no, Michigan just won.
You legitimately had me about to guess like USC or something.
Yeah, and then I re-looked my list because I'm using ESPN website, and I was like, wait a minute, I just gave you the worst hint ever.
Yeah, I was like, hold up. I want to see if I can go just real quick. Can I? Because I got 2010, right? I got 2010 and 13. Because I got Auburn in 2010, I got FSU in 2013.
Yeah, and then technically Alabama was 2011, 2012.
Oh, okay. So I got since 2010. Bang.
Since 2009, Alabama was also 2009. But
bang. 2008 was Florida. Bang.
Correct. Yep. And
2006 was also Florida. 2007
was LSU.
Oh, bang. 2005 beats me.
Texas. And in 2004 was USC.
Okay, I would have guessed USC. Look at me. Past 20 years.
Look at
bang.
He's got to win, baby. He's 1 and 2.
I'm so good.
You're so locked in. You're 1 and 2.
I am ready.
And now you get to talk about the Oakland A's. Goodbye, everybody.
Bang. Bye, Cy. All right. Real quick. Again, I'm a dirty liar. I said at the beginning of this baseball season I wasn't going to rant much about the A's, but screw it. I'm going to rant more about the A's. So the Oakland A's should be ashamed of themselves. They have one of the most young, talented players in baseball, Esteury Ruiz, who they sent down at the beginning of this season for absolutely no reason. This young man has been on a tear. I believe, Cy, correct me if I'm wrong, led the league in stolen bases last year or something like that. He led kind of. He was real up there. Real speedy brother. And they sent him down to AAA at the beginning of the season for absolutely no reason other than to manipulate his service time and make sure they don't have to pay him for another year. And then they bring him up, and shout out to Ruiz, brother, because the first day he gets brought back up, they don't put him in the starting lineup. They pinch hit him later in the game. What does he do? Hits a bomb, 410 feet, to left center. The next day, finally gets in the starting lineup. First at bat, what does he do? Bomb to left field. This man is on fire. He was one of the best hitters in spring training. And the A's were like, no, I don't think so. And then they send him down to AAA. He's hitting bombs every day in AAA. And he is the closest thing that the Oakland A's have to a star. You know what, John Fisher? Here, sorry, take that picture off. I got to look John Fisher in the eyes. You want to know how you make money in professional sports? Free advice. Free advice right here, Johnny boy. How do you make money in professional sports? By winning. Let me say that again since you're real slow in the head, John. How do you make money in professional sports? By winning. And for those of you keeping track at home, how do you win? By having talented players on your roster. So it's crazy to me that a guy who seems to want to make money so much would keep Asturi Ruiz down in AAA unless he has some sort of unethical or immoral reason to keep him in AAA. So I'm just baffled that the A's are still pulling this stuff. Like it's been years, brother. We've seen Matt Chapman, we've seen Matt Olson, we've seen Marcus Semien, we've seen Jonah Heim, we've seen so many stars leave the A's because the A's don't want to pay them, and then they go have incredible seasons. The A's gifted the Rangers 2 of their pieces in the World Series team last year. The A's gifted one of the best first basemen in the league to the Atlanta Braves. And Matt Chapman's done since he bounced around after the A's. But so many talented players have left the Oakland A's and done so well. And John Fisher and Mark Kotsay being their manager, really? I watched 2 of their games and I keep watching him manage and I'm like, what are you doing? I don't understand. I don't think he understands what he's doing. So it's just ridiculous. They should be ashamed of themselves. But the people who should really be ashamed of themselves are the Houston Astros, who actually have a worse record than the A's right now, which just makes me so happy. It makes my heart really happy that the Astros are that bad right now. You're literally worse than a franchise that's trying to not exist. You're worse than a franchise that is moving to a minor league ballpark next year and that is going to be homeless. That you're worse than them. I don't care how many games we are through. I don't care that we're not through April yet. Astros should be even more ashamed of themselves than the Oakland A's that should really be ashamed of themselves. So shame on you, Oakland. Shame on the Astros for being bad, but thank you for being bad because I hate you with a purple passion brighter than 1,000 suns because y'all are cheaters. Y'all are trash. That pun is intended. And that's about all I got. But yeah, the A's, I love them. I got my little elephant here for a reason. I got Ricky behind me. I love the A's with all my heart. They giving me fits right now, and it's just been a rough go of it. So let us have one good thing, please, John Fisher. Let us have Asturi Ruiz because that's about all I can ask for right now. Is just let me have one good thing. Let me have one reason to watch an Oakland A's baseball game. But yeah, that's about all I got for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for watching the MJ Hurley Show, presented by TDT Media and Erie Insurance. And actually, if you haven't seen already, also presented, I'll have to get a new banner, also presented by Fanatics, because we are now an official affiliate partner with Fanatics. So make sure to go to fanatics.com/TDT Media to go get your apparel and go get us a little moolah, because that's how we do things around here. So thank you, Cy Ingersoll, producer in the background. We will be back next week, if not sooner, with some fun stuff. Make sure to tune into the big draft show on Thursday. Hopefully, if me and Cy find time, we're going to pound out a full first-round mock draft from the MJ Hurley Show. So stay tuned for that before the draft, and we will see you guys next time, but not before we see the card guy.